Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back to another episode.
In today's episode, I'm here with Amy from Destination Retirement. You know, one of your favorite YouTubers out here in Merida, and we're gonna be doing a video together. We're here to do a collaboration as we've done before, and we're gonna be going ahead and tour her house. Okay, her second house. All right, let's get out here before the traffic hits us.
Hey, look, they fixed it.
Oh, they finally fixed you know, the road.
Yeah, there was a big hole in here, and every time it rained, the cars would like kind of sink into the hole and just splash the side of the house.
So how did they fix it? Did you end up calling them, or they just fixed it on their own?
My property manager called them.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So for you guys that remember, we did a video about a year ago, and we toured two of her properties out here. And when we toured this property that we're about to enter right now, well, it was still in the beginning stages, correct?
Yeah, well, I don't know about beginning stages.
Well, in the preliminary stages. Well, you know, a little more advanced, but now a year later, we're a lot further along, correct?
1 year later, let's take a look.
So let's take a look at the house, and we're gonna sit down with Amy and talk to her a little bit, right? About, well, you know, the house and what she's been up to this past year. So let's just get right into it and check out the home. All right, let's see.
Come on in.
All right.
Lots of changes since you've seen it last. We're getting close. Okay, so many fun details. I don't have them hung yet, but my stepmom made these beautiful curtains for me, so those are coming.
Awesome.
The pasta tile floors, these are not old actually, these are newly made. This is Havana, which I love this pattern. And then I've got the exposed mamposteria. And this is actually the old ironwork from the original house. And I'm going to keep this one piece and use it as decoration on the rooftop, and I'll show you where when we get up to the rooftop.
Very
nice. I like it, and I like the patina. I'm not gonna, you know, sand it, but I'm not gonna change anything there. Okay, so we're waiting for the chandelier to come. It's a macrame chandelier coming from Amacas Montejo. Oh my gosh, while we were filming the tour, we must have been on the roof or something, Jose. This just arrived, so this is the chandelier, and it's gorgeous. Like, it's macrame, and it's the color called antique gold, and it cascades down, kind of like comes out and does this, and then at the middle comes to one of those cool knots and drops down.
Awesome.
That's gonna look amazing.
It's gonna go right up there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the big one of Henneken that I made before, I decided not to use.
Okay.
That was a little frustrating because that was a waste of money. But again, I was told that the house would be done, so I was down here like, I gotta get all the things. And that's what happened there. But now I'm happy, and it's gonna be beautiful.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay, let's make our way back here, careful.
Hey, you are coming along pretty well.
Yeah,
you know, everything's
coming along. It's just, I know it looks kind of bad right now, but it's the end of it. There's light at the end of this tunnel. This is where I've kept everything, and thank goodness they told me to wrap everything in plastic because construction dust is no joke. This is the TV room.
nice.
Now this door had to stay. This is the original door from the house.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Oh, look, this opens too. Apparently, there we go.
Yeah, to let
I haven't even seen that yet.
yeah, that's to let the breeze in, to let the air
Yeah,
in.
let
Right
the
there.
breeze come through. Ooh,
This is a big room.
this is a nice big room.
Look at this.
Okay, so one of my pet peeves with Airbnbs is when people don't have a proper sofa to sit on. I just stayed in a delightful Airbnb, and they the living room furniture was just like outdoor furniture, and it just wasn't comfortable to plop down at the end of the day. So I'm very serious about my guests having an awesome experience, and I have a really good, very comfortable couch coming for this room.
That's awesome.
I mean, the idea is you're out and exploring and whatnot, but I've got good.
Hey, it's so just to give a little background on some of the new viewers. So this is a property that you bought and you've been renovating, and you're turning it into an Airbnb.
Yes.
And this is your second out here in Merida.
This is the second. This has been a very long process. I didn't just wake up and go, hey, let me be like an Airbnb empire. It's been a very long plan. I bought this house in 2020. And surprisingly got permits pretty quick through INA, which is, don't expect that. And it's been a work in progress ever since, coming to a close. Okay, these walls are really thick because these are original walls. and then original door, or Ina, had to stay in place, which is fine by me because it's stunning. Okay, come on through. This is the kitchen.
Wow, look at the kitchen. Very big, very spacious.
I've got a pull-out garbage. And I actually found the right size at Walmart the other day. I know that sounds super exciting, but I measured the space. I'm like, man, I went to Walmart with my miniature tape measure that I carry in my purse. Although one little mistake is this is the microwave shelf, and it's not deep enough.
Oh no.
That's why I bought the microwave and put it here, so you can measure for the microwave shelf, and it's not deep enough, so they gotta bring me a new shelf.
And so you were telling me a little earlier that you're expecting this home to be finished when?
Next week.
Next week? Okay, so you guys are probably going to be watching this by the time that this house is finished, hopefully.
Yes.
And in that time, you guys can simply just go to her channel. I'm going to put all the links down below.
Okay, good.
And
Destination Retirement.
Yeah, so that way you guys can see exactly.
The finished walkthrough. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Also, I'm moving to direct booking a little bit, so amyscasa.com. You'll be able to see it there as well.
Oh, direct booking, that's like an alternative to Airbnb?
It's an alternative to Airbnb because Airbnb has expensive fees. So when you go to check out with Airbnb, and I love them, don't get me wrong, I stay in them when I travel, but as a guest, when you go to check out, the fees are kind of high. And that's not money that comes to me. It goes to Airbnb. They collect for taxes, and that is what it is. I have to pay taxes. But if you direct book, it would be the same price without all the Airbnb fees.
Nice.
So it's less expensive, and I love to do it for guests that are repeat guests, which I'm getting a lot of. So
Awesome,
I like
awesome.
to spoil more people.
Yeah. And we'll put the links for all that at the bottom as well, so that way people can go and book directly, right?
Yeah.
With the awesome.
Yeah.
So I see all the workers there putting up an AC, air conditioner.
Electricians today.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I won't interrupt anymore. I'll let you keep going with the tour.
Let's pass through to the first bathroom. There's 2 bathrooms, and then on the roof deck, there's a half bathroom that will end up there.
Nice.
So, yeah, everybody's here doing some detail work.
But yeah, I mean, the house has moved along a lot further than what I thought. You know, it's like, wow, it's a lot of work that they've already been putting into this. It's not easy, okay? None of this stuff is easy. So like, and I know out here things take a little longer out here in Mexico, right? So.
All over the closets in the other room. The closets.
Oh wow!
Just been done, and they're
Look at
very beautiful. Wait till you see them in the other room. They're very nice. Oh,
and then there's other furniture.
Gracias.
Yeah, and there's all the furniture for this room in particular, right? Or just everywhere?
Kind of everywhere.
Okay.
There's the dining tables and the half of the couch, because the couch has the little chaise.
Yeah.
So furniture's everywhere. Thank goodness it's wrapped in plastic, except the bits.
It's, you know, I love you giving the tour and then showing me all about this stuff, because I mean, this is what you do for a living. It's what you've been doing your whole life in the USA, right? Basically.
Yeah. I've sold real estate for 26 years in the US, but it's different here. People ask me if I'm going to sell real estate down here, and I don't know yet. That's the answer to that.
But I guess what I was trying to get at is just the fact that, you know, everything is so overwhelming because you have stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And so for a lot of people, I mean, you know, this is a panic-inducing situation. But for you, it's you know, it's more. Well, it's fun.
I'm a little more used to it maybe than the average bear, because I know that what it's going to look like at the end of the day. But at the same time, I am a human being too, and you know, when I first arrived off the airplane, the very next morning I came in and let myself in, and I basically went home and cried.
Oh no, bruh.
Yeah. So I'm human too, and I've been doing this 26 years, so you gotta have some pretty thick skin to do this. I suggest living in Merida or wherever in Mexico if you are remodeling something. It's a little bit different, I think, if you're buying new construction, like in a privada where they're doing a bunch of them. Then I think that's a little easier to manage from away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this again, except that I had to be in the U.S. working.
You wouldn't do this again, even though this is your second house, and you're probably going on 3, right?
No, the first one was done.
Okay.
And thank goodness, that first one kind of has my heart.
Okay. And by the way, we're gonna link that video down below as well, so that way you guys, for those that haven't seen it, you guys can see our first video together and see the first home.
They had to fire the first carpenter, and then the second carpenter just kind of like didn't finish the job. So now I've got 2 really good carpenters working on it. But get a close up of this if you can. Like, look at this crummy window job that was done. Like,
wow.
That's so unacceptable.
Yeah, see, look, yeah.
Just everywhere the glass doesn't fit properly. You can see
No,
all
yeah,
the
no
jagged
bueno.
edge of the glass.
Might be a little hard to tell here. I don't know until. Oh yeah. But I see. Yeah, it's coming apart. The whole thing is terrible. Yeah. So even you, that you're an expert and you've been doing this for a while. I mean, you still get a bunch of crummy workers, you know, and that's just part of the thing. And you got to like vet them, and it's.
Which is so surprising to me because the craftsmanship of most carpenters is so stellar here that I was surprised. But anyway, that person got fired.
Yeah, but it happens. Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
You're not the first one or the last one.
This
you know.
is also a very common thing. This is poop. Don't fall in the pool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's not full of water yet. This is from bats.
From bats?
Bats.
Okay.
Yeah, zipping
Like.
through here at dusk.
Oh, the little dots on the.
Yeah, this is bat poop.
Ah, wow. Okay.
So we'll sand that down and make that pretty again.
So there's so there.
I'm probably gonna do a netting over
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah, so for those that are not aware, we got bats out here at night in Merida, in the Yucatan, but they're harmless. They don't do anything except maybe, you know, dirty your walls a little bit here or there.
Okay,
So,
buddy,
wow.
Check this out. And the other closet.
Look at these huge closets.
Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah. Yeah, look at it. So you can see Amy for size. Okay, so Amy, you know, she's a little, I'm like 6 foot, so she's probably a little shorter.
5'3".
No, you're not.
5'3".
Are you really?
Yeah.
Then I guess I'm the short one. Anyways, no, but like, but you guys can see, you know, how big everything is. You know,
I need to put on my list, buy 2 steps. So I'm always thinking about the guest experience, right? Or even, you know, housekeeping, whatever. I need like little step ladders.
So people can reach up there.
I can
Huh?
get up there.
Okay.
Not that anybody's gonna put something up there, but you know, extra pool towels or whatnot. And Lupita's shorter than I am, so I can't expect her to do that. I'm coming your way, Jose.
Okay. All right.
Glisten up.
Yes.
That's gonna be my new catchphrase. Glisten up, people. Okay.
Look at that. Okay.
This is the primary bathroom.
Okay. Here, let's.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want 2 sinks. I'm not big on 2 sinks, unless you have like a ginormous counter. Because here, if you just have the one sink, you know, spit in the same sink, get over it. Then each person has a place to put their things.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I agree with you. It's just too much going on. Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So look at that. So up there, it's open, right? Or
No, I just got the little skylight.
nice.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see it from up above too.
Very nice. So as you're showering, you get to basically have the elements right then and there. You get the sunlight.
Put some plants down there.
That's beautiful. I think that's awesome. You know, again, you got your shower and then you have like a little something with plants there and stuff like that. Yeah. Very, very nice. And then here's just some empty room, right? Just like a storage room.
Washing machine there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this will be
That my
the
guests can actually use.
nice.
They will use it.
Yeah. For a pretty big bathroom, really nice bathroom. I can't wait to see this thing finish. It's gonna be. Are you gonna have like a separator? Are you gonna like here? Or are you gonna leave that open or?
He's got a glass wall coming, but I'm kind of tempted to leave it open.
Yeah.
Why don't you leave me a comment and see what you think? The reason I'm tempted to not have the glass is because I'm super lazy and I don't really clean a glass shower. It's like I'm not gonna squeegee after I shower.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Play it by ear, right? Take a few showers and then you'll see, right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So this is the first floor, but we still got like
Upstairs, right?
yeah, we got the upstairs and we got that pool,
Yep. Okay.
which again, awesome pool. Look at this,
Yeah.
huge pool, huge area, huge backyard area here. I love the walls. Hey, so these walls are original, or you made these walls?
There was a little bit of it that was original, and then we continued the theme of the Mamposteria. And I love the little wedge rocks they put in between.
Very nice. Oh, and I see, yeah, very nice what they did back here too. They finally fixed it up. Yeah, because this was a mess back here.
Oh yeah. This is where the lounge chairs are going to be.
Okay.
My fancy Italian lounge
Nice.
chairs from Coco Nuts.
All right, so let's go up the stairs. Oh, lovely mural. Wow.
Yeah, was this not done when you were here?
No.
Okay.
This is new.
Check it out. So this is an artist friend of mine here. I just met at the Sunday market at Plaza Grande, bought a piece of his art, and since then I've had him do 3 or 4 things for me.
Okay, here, let's
The idea behind this is that I love the cactus in the neighbor's backyard, and I wanted this to be a continuation of the cactus.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And then here we are on the roof.
Yeah, I've got cushions coming for here.
Beautiful. Yeah, the party deck.
Yeah, this is getting polished. So look at what the sun does in 1 year.
Yeah.
That tile is actually this color.
Look at that. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Yeah, I think you guys can see it on the camera, but yeah, you can see how the sun has discolored the tiles already. Imagine what it does to everything else. But yeah. You're making some drinks? I'll take 2 margaritas, por favor.
That's international sign language. Oh, margaritas?
Yeah, I'll take 2 margaritas, por favor. Hold, yeah, hold everything. Just the tequila, please. Thanks.
And salt. So there's a half bathroom up here.
Okay.
Because again, thinking about the guest, if you're up here having your margaritas, you don't want to.
No, yeah, be going down.
Downstairs every time you gotta go pee.
Yeah. I feel you. You got water working. Beautiful.
And a bodega for storing.
Okay, so just
storing the cushions and whatnot. But this is going to be covered.
Okay, so yeah, back here is just like an empty. Okay. Yeah, sorry, hard to move around here. All right.
This is going to be covered area right here, and where's the hammock hooks? Their hammock hooks aren't here yet, but there's going to be a hammock here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And a little fan hanging down, so this will be a nice little spot. And I love these lights.
Very nice.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Awesome. Yeah, so the house seems to be moving along fairly nicely, very nicely. Okay, so we're done with the tour. So now we're gonna go on ahead and sit down together with Amy, and she's gonna talk to us a little bit more in depth as to what she's been doing all year, and how the house is coming along, and the channel and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Let's do it.
All right. All right, Amy, you ready for the interview?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, awesome. Okay, so well, I'm not gonna ask you too many questions. I'm gonna let you just go on ahead and take the reins from here, because basically, you showed us the house, and you've been through a lot in the last year with the house, with you know, the property, the furniture, so many things. And so it'd be better if well, you can just explain to us exactly what you've been up to the last year since we last saw you.
Yeah.
Literally September of last year, October of last year.
Yeah, it was about this time last year, about 1 year ago. And gosh, I don't even know where to start with all of this, but the house is not as far along as I thought it would be, given that it's been an entire year. But now I'm here, and there are a lot of workers in the house right now. You mentioned the furniture, so I have some like antiques, but mostly it's brand new custom furniture, and I want my furniture to be very comfortable for guests. So I got here last year, and I called the furniture, sent a WhatsApp to the furniture company. I'm like, hey, you know, we're here, go ahead and deliver. And they're like, oh, we sold your furniture. I said, what? And I had prepaid the whole thing in full. And he's like, no, we're a very small store, a great store, totally recommend them. But they're like, no, we're a really small store, and we couldn't afford to store your furniture. It didn't, you know, so we sold it because we didn't hear from you on a delivery date. So I was like, oh no, okay, you know, I would like the same exact furniture I ordered. They obviously didn't, you know, there was no charge or no rush order. So they made me an entirely new set of furniture. So somebody else out there has some really great furniture. and then they delivered it. And this is a year ago. So for a year, it's been in the house wrapped in plastic. So I didn't need to be in as much of a hurry, but you know, I take things at face value. If somebody says the house is going to be done, then I think the house is going to be done, and I get a plane ticket, I get coverage for my business, I spend time and money to come down here and furnish it all. So yeah, everything has been wrapped in plastic for a year.
So you're telling me that there's somebody else in Merida that also has the Amy collection of furniture?
Yes, how dare.
No, well, that's awesome. Maybe that's something you can move into later on, right?
Yeah.
Designing furniture and selling it.
Well, the furniture company is called Armadio, and I totally recommend them. And if you find them on WhatsApp, they'll message you their catalog, and you can download it. And I don't recommend this for most people, but again, I've been in real estate for 26 years. I chose the colors and looked at the color swatches via a FaceTime video. I was in the US, and she sent me a picture of the color swatches, and photos are never the same, but in this case they were. And I circled the ones I liked, and then she called me on FaceTime and was flipping through them. I'm like, no, go back to that one. And that's how I chose the colors. It worked out great. I love it. I can't wait to see it. Oh, and I have custom curtains coming. There were some things where I saved a lot of money, like the exterior light fixtures, lots of places, but I did splurge big time on really nice custom curtains with blackout blinds on the other side, because it's just that like extra finishing touch. And I'll be putting glass, like triple pane glass, on the window to the TV room where we're sitting right now in the TV room. And on the front door, there'll be an additional glass door, so it protects from dust and sound.
And it's it's great you mentioned the blackout curtains, because even in my own house, I got blackout curtains because sometimes that sun can be powerful. Same as that noise.
I love that noise.
It's the noise of progress, right?
I was just gonna say the same thing. That is the noise of progress, and I love it. And I'm not stopping them to talk.
Yeah, it's funny because you were asking me, hey, is it going to be too noisy in here to do the interview? And I go, no, this is great because it's added to the ambiance. Now they know that we're actually in here in a working home, right? As they're fixing it up, working on it, constructing it, right?
Yeah. I also found some really great things on Facebook Marketplace, and that's really hard to do if you're not in town, obviously. I mean, if I was here, I'd be on there every single day looking for cool pieces, but there were some things like I got this great marble coffee table, and I just texted my property manager. I'm like, I really want this. Will you pick it up? And it's, sent him the pesos for it. And it was about $150 US for a beautiful round marble coffee table that's gonna go like right here.
That's awesome,
yeah, that was fun.
So can you talk to us a little bit about the difficulties, of dealing with a lot of this stuff, construction, dealing with all your employees, all the contractors from abroad, because you are basically based out of Portland, Oregon, right? Or around there, in that area?
Yeah, I live in Portland, Oregon, and so to try and manage I wouldn't even say I'm managing it, because what can I do? I get updated photos and stuff of progress along the way. And I know that finding good carpenters is hard right now. The really good ones are just very booked. It was really hard to manage it from afar. And I won't do that again. I would do this again. I would remodel another house. I love it. It's exciting. And there's a saying in the US, the devil is in the details. And I'm all about the details, whether it's like not having paint on the I-beams up above me or beautiful blackout curtains. It was really hard to do it from afar, and I wouldn't do it again.
So you like interior design, right? You really enjoy basically designing, right?
I do like interior design, but I don't have any professional background in it. I just do what I like, and after 26 years of selling real estate, I think maybe it's just because I've seen so much stuff or so many model homes. I used to do new construction, that I just, I don't know, have an eye for it. I think design is very personal, and I think you should put whatever you want in your own house, whatever color you want, whatever lamps you want. There are so many great houses in Merida, and sometimes they just need some good interior zhuzh. They just need somebody to come in and put in a pop of color, or spend a little bit of money and put in pasta tile floors. I mean, don't not look at a house because you look at it and it doesn't have pasta tile floors. I mean, that can be remedied really easily.
It just takes a lot of work and effort, and a lot of people they don't understand how much work and effort it is, and especially when you're in another country, another language, a different way of doing things. And as you were mentioning earlier, because I think most of us already are pretty aware, is that Merida is going through a giant boom, you know, a giant
boom.
building boom, a giant real estate boom, the whole thing. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be stopping anytime soon. People from all over the world and all over Mexico are moving out here. And so with that said, well, it's even more difficult to find quality employees. I mean, quality carpenters, quality architects, quality anything. In fact, even when you make your own custom furniture, they sell it from right under you, right? Because basically they have so much demand, correct?
They have so much demand, but they also just didn't have the space to hold on to it. You know, because I had had the furniture done last February.
Okay.
Because.
So over a year ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Right, because that's when I was told the house would be done. And so I had the furniture made, and then they, you know, would message me like once a month, like, hey, can we deliver this? I'm like, oh, so sorry, can't deliver it just yet. And they're like, we can't hold on to it. So I don't blame them, and I will definitely shop from them again. And some other YouTubers, they also have furniture from Armadio.
Nice.
But one thing you mentioned was the real estate boom in Merida. I don't think it's going to flatten out or go down. So the good time to buy is always yesterday, and if you can't do it yesterday, it's today if you're truly looking to buy. And I am so grateful that I bought in 2019 because I don't think I could buy it now.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I mean, I didn't wake up one day and go, gee, I think I'll go and do this massive thing with my life. This has been in the works for at least 5 years as part of my 5-year plan. I do have a video about my 5-year plan on destination retirement, but it actually started probably 10 years ago. I actually lost my own house to bankruptcy in the real estate crash of '08 because my income was real estate. And I didn't pivot and become a person that specialized in bank foreclosures. That's a hard line to toe. But so it's been going on at least a good decade for me to get to this point.
So, you know, speaking of that, you know, well, how long until you actually move out to Merida 100%? Was it like full time? Because right now, most of your time is still in the U.S., it's still in Portland, and I know you're dying to come out here, right? But so, like, what's your time frame? I mean, when you plan on finally coming out here full time and living out here full time and just leaving all that behind you, and so you can concentrate on everything you're doing out here?
That's a great question, Jose. When am I planning on coming out here full time? Well, I'll tell you what, my app on my phone called Countdown, and I don't get any money for this, neither of us do. It's a little app called Countdown. You can plug in a date, and then every day when you look at it, it'll say, you have 1 year, 2 months, 3 days, and 5 minutes and 29 seconds until your countdown. So my countdown day is October 2025. And I just chose that because I decided to pick my birthday. And the whole reason I came up with a 5-year plan is that I would talk about moving to Mexico and, oh, I got this 5-year plan, woohoo, yeah, it was so cool. But I never had an end date on it. So it was forever 5 years away. So I had to put a date on it. Now in reality, will I move October 25? Probably not, but I am setting my sights for January 2026. And then the one factor that I, have no crystal ball for is the health of my parents. That will be obviously extremely important. If I need to be in the U.S., I will be in the U.S.
Yeah, because you make a great point there. I think there was another YouTuber out there that basically he was a successful YouTuber out here in Mexico, and he had to move back to the USA to take care of his parents.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is, or?
I do, and it's not coming to mind.
I want to say the Kuru Paul guy, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh, it might be Kuru.
Okay, but regardless.
Also a great YouTuber, by the way.
Yeah, great YouTuber.
We share the love.
Yeah, a lot of great information on his channel and all that stuff. In fact, it was kind of sad to see him go. But again, the reason he had to go is because he had to take care of his ailing family. Or I think his wife's ailing family. But that's more of a common thing than a lot of people even know about. Yeah. So that
I'm fortunate that both of my parents are still alive. My biological mom and my biological dad and my stepmom. They're all still alive and healthy. But things are sliding downhill with the memory and. Yeah, if I need to be there, I'll be there.
Yeah, so your plan is, okay, so that's the thing. It's like even if you move out here full time, you still got to have at least a foot in the USA because of your parents or your family
Yeah.
and other things like that. And even though you plan on living out here,
Yeah.
you still gotta.
It's weird because obviously
Okay.
I don't know the timeline on,
Yeah.
on my parents'
Yeah.
health or,
You never know.
how long they're going to be here. So I'll make the move down here as if everything is hunky-dory. And I will sell my tiny floating house in the US. I actually just put it on the market just to put it out there for about a month. So the tiny house is for sale. And I won't have a residence in the US, but if I need to be home, I can stay with my sister or something like that. So let me tell you about the glamorous life of owning Airbnbs in Mexico, and it pretty much translates to anywhere really. But so if you think you're going to come down and just make money hand over fist on these houses as rental properties, you might need to think again. I have a video where I talk about the expenses of my Airbnb. So every time a guest checks in and checks out, we've got housekeeping and pool keeping. That's not a big deal. Quarterly, I gotta get guys to clean the AC units. I have a property manager I pay a fee to, and it seems like there's always something. And even though there's a property manager, I've got the app on my phone, and every time I see like the little one with a circle, like I have a message on Airbnb, it's always like, what's it gonna be? What's wrong with the house? And those messages come to me, and then I'm panicked and I'm messaging Carlos. He's very fast. He's been a very good property manager at handling things, but oh, the toilet doesn't work. Well, that's because somebody flushed something they weren't supposed to. And just kind of that, it's always with you, that concern, like, is the guest happy? If they check in and they don't send me a little message, I'm like, oh, did they arrive? Are they okay? Or, do they like the house? It's a lot of emotional overhead and cost overhead, and then getting your RFC number and paying taxes, all the things. It's a lot to deal with. So I think part of my 10-year plan, my 20-year plan, is to sell one house and then 3 years later sell the other house and just be me and make videos for people, because I'm having so much fun doing that, and not have any more Airbnbs. I mean, it's a catch-22 because I really like hosting and I love to dote on my guests, especially if I'm in town. I'm like, what kind of, do you drink coffee? What do you take in your coffee? What time do you arrive? And I'm like, oh, if they're getting in late, they're gonna be hungry, so let me get some snacks. And I really do enjoy the hosting part of it and how personal it can be. Yeah, but at the same time, it's a lot of emotional overhead. You're always kind of on.
No, I mean, I totally understand. I mean, I come from the hospitality industry, and it's not easy. There's a lot of positive aspects to it, but then there's some negative aspects to it, and so sometimes it's like, man, I wish I could just have, a certain responsibility to make people happy, but not all this other stuff. That just, in a sense, sometimes can burn you out.
Yeah.
And so, but basically that's your plan. These Airbnbs that you have right now are just a means, right, to get to the end that you want, which is to just full-time retire out here, live your life, right?
Yes. The idea is to retire out here. I love the Spanish word for jubilar.
Yes.
So it's like jubilation. The Spanish word for retirement is actually jubilation. Me voy a jubilar. I'm going to retire in Mexico, and the idea is that the income from the 2 Airbnbs would supplement my Social Security when I do reach the age where I can take Social Security. And I am not for long. Oh my God, my birthday's coming up. I'm about to turn 56, so I still have like a little bit to get there. There'll be a little gap in between when I move here and when I can take Social Security, but the idea is the 2 combined will afford me a nice life, and I can travel a little bit and be at ease.
And I'm sure you know this already. I think it'll be a lot easier for you once you're out here living full time. For you to manage the whole thing, and it won't be that overwhelming. I think the difficult part is the fact that you're in another country, when you're dealing with sometimes the guests, the emergencies, right? Yeah. And then you not being there. I say this from experience as a control freak myself. You know what I mean? Not being there. That's what heightens the anxiety and the tension and all this other stuff. But I think once you're out here, you'll just be happy. You know what I mean? You'll be the property manager. You're the one that'll be just doing all that stuff, and everything will just go through you, and it'll be a lot more fun. And you can just, that'll be your retirement. Just like I tell a lot of people, I'm already retired. People ask me, it's like, what are you going to do for your retirement? I'm already living my retirement. Even when I was
retired.
Yeah, even when I was a cook and, chefing it up, I was retired. I got to live the life that I wanted to live instead of living a life that you don't want to live, just so that you can have the privilege to retire at a certain age.
Yeah.
Even though we're working very hard, especially everything that you're doing right now, you enjoy what you do. You love what you do.
Yeah.
And so it's at the end of the day, it's all worth it because, again, nothing's easy, right?
Right. I do imagine that once I'm here and I'm living here, that I will obviously be handling the property management, checking the house before each guest arrives. And that will also be my something to do because I can't be sitting around doing nothing. I can't be bored like that. So I'll retire but not retire. And I know that I will enjoy preparing the house for each guest and making sure that everybody is super comfortable, have what they need, and making the videos. I really enjoy making the videos. They do take a lot of time. They take time to edit. They take time to shoot. The camera gets hot. You got to stop. You got to rest. And it takes. And I enjoy doing it. I will continue to do it, but it does take time.
It's funny you mention that because it's like the same thing when somebody mentions to you, hey, I want to be an Airbnb host, or I want to, what is it like, join, be a realtor, or be in that world.
Yeah.
And they have no idea what it really takes. And within a few months or a year, they're out of it.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing when a lot of people tell me the same thing. Hey, I want to make YouTube videos, or I want to start a restaurant. I'm like, all right, yeah, go for it. You know what I mean? I'm there to encourage them all the way through, knowing fully well that not everybody's gonna make it. Not everybody's gonna, because it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication. You gotta love what you do.
It's a lot of that is so the key right there. I mean, you have to be passionate about it. Anybody can do anything they want, but you have to have a passion for it. Just as if I would never assume somebody else's job, like, oh, you work for Boeing, that must be nice. God, aren't the benefits great? Or whatever. I don't assume to understand their job and the stressors of their job. Oh yeah, you work at the Postal Service. You just go home at 5 p.m. every day and you're done and you never think about work again. I'm sure that's not the case. So yeah.
Yeah, people used to go.
Don't assume it makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, working at the post office was such a great job that people used to go postal all the time. Remember that? But anyways, but that's the thing. It's like if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That old adage, that old saying, and some people, they get into whatever it is, Airbnb, making YouTube videos, whatever it is, for the wrong reasons, instead of actually just doing it because they love to do it.
Yeah.
And they want to do it, and then no expectations except that they're going to be fulfilled and happy and enjoy life. And sure, it's great that it pays the bills. That's always good. It's again, what you do, it's better to do real estate and doing the things that you do now, and you be in control, even in the chaos, as opposed to working for somebody else or having to deal with all that stuff. And but yeah, that's the thing though. You know what I mean? Like moving out to Mexico, it's not for everybody, but for those of us out here, they're like the more entrepreneurial minded, and more go-getters and all this other stuff. Oh my God, Mexico is amazing, right? The opportunities are basically endless.
Yeah, the opportunities are endless, and even if somebody wants to move out here and they don't even have a job, if they have an interest or something, they dance or they paint or whatever, there's groups around everything. You just go to Facebook and type in Merida artists or Merida dancing, and you'll find your people.
And you make a great point, because that's the thing though. A lot of people that come out here, they just join one of these groups and they're dancing the night away, painting, with their friends, whatever, just getting together. I mean, I even know a group of borrachos, okay, basically of drunks, okay, that's what they call their group, and all they do is just get together to get drink and have fun.
I call that Tuesday night. No.
Yeah, right. But that's the thing, though. You know what I mean? When you come out here with that kind of an expectation, that you're gonna love living out here in Mexico. But when you're coming out here and you're expecting to, join these groups to make money, and then you're making maybe a few pesos instead of making a few $100s, and you start getting frustrated, that's when your whole dream basically turns into a nightmare. And so, that's why I like to tell a lot of people that when you're coming out here, it's a lot of work, but it's an adventure. It's fun. It should be enjoyable. It shouldn't be a chore. because otherwise you just stay home, stay in the U.S., right? If you're gonna just live like that, right?
It shouldn't be a chore. Speaking of chores, I'm just gonna say something about chores. In the U.S., I'm so used to like, man, on my calendar today, I'm gonna show these 5 houses, then I gotta stop here and take down a sign, then I gotta run to the bank, and I can do so many things in one day. In Merida, I like to say, I'm gonna slow my roll. Slow your roll, just slow your roll. That's like become my mantra here. And if I have to go to CFE and pay the bill, because I have to go to CFE and Hawaii and pay the bills, I pay them like in advance for a year. Since I'm not here, I don't want the electricity to turn off. Like that's it. That's the job for the day. I'm gonna go pay my electric bill. And then after that, I might wander home. I might see an artist's work that I like and stop and have a chat or something, or Tuesday night dancing in Santiago. I love Tuesday nights.
Or you bump into your friend Jose and
or
then
I
you start
bump
having
into
a
my
conversation.
friend Jose. Yeah, but it's just like one chore or one thing in your day is plenty.
Yeah, and so that's the thing I think a lot of people don't understand about moving to Mexico or living in Mexico is that you gotta go with the flow. It's if you're not gonna go with the flow, you're not gonna like it out here. Because it's like, like you were saying, you have like your daily schedule and you try to get all those things accomplished.
Yeah, and I do. It's crazy.
But what I like to do is like have a weekly schedule. Like, I want to get these things done this week.
Yeah.
And then, just go with the flow, and maybe I'll get it all done in one day. Maybe it might take me till Sunday, but it's a lot easier to manage because again, everybody here is on a different pace. It's not like the U.S. where everybody's go, go, go and trying to get everything done quickly. Here, it's, when the guy shows up, right?
Yeah. So far, so good. I mean, there's as far as people delivering things, they come when they say they're going to come, or at least on the day they say that they're going to come. I've had really, really good luck with that.
Yeah, so I want to speak on that for a quick second because I hear all kinds of stories. Some people have horror stories with all the people that work. The architects. The the guy that makes the chandelier, whatever. All these workers. A lot of people have a lot of horror stories with them, but some people have amazing stories. And it always seems like you have really, really good stories. And even today, I was surprised you were telling me about the guy that was doing the woodwork and you had to fire him. But that's the thing. Immediately, when he does something wrong, you're gone. And you replace them with somebody else. You're not there giving them, multiple chances until basically you drained your bank account, correct?
Yeah, I don't know how many chances they gave that person, but I'm glad they got rid of them because the finish work wasn't up to par. And this is not an inexpensive build. I know people are going to ask, so I will just let y'all know. Don't come at me with this, but the build out cost $4,700,000 pesos.
And how much
build out.
So how much was the property, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'll share because I know everybody wants to know. So I don't remember the cost in pesos. In U.S. dollars, I paid $135,000 U.S. Dollars.
Wow.
But keep in mind, we are on 66, like right where Santa Ana.
Listen, at today's price, that's a deal. At today's price, yeah.
Oh, it'd be double.
When did you buy this?
It'd be double.
When did you buy this?
It closed in 2020.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I did it then, I couldn't do it now. Yeah. And the fact that it's taken so long to build has actually worked in my favor because I didn't have all that money just sitting in the bank. I was kind of, every time I make a commission, like I live super frugally at home so that I can do all this. Every time I make a commission, I was just, adding it to the building fund. So the fact that it took this long actually worked out.
Yes, yeah, exactly, because you've got to be able to space it out. As money came in, you kept throwing it in at this. And so, so 130,000.
Yeah.
And then 4.7 million, that would
pesos,
be
240.
Okay, so it'll be like a total of
370.
Okay, like 370, so $400,000.
Yeah. Oh, God, it sounds so massive when you put it like that. Yeah. And keep in mind, like I had a very big house. I refinanced my house to take the equity out to help with all of this. And then in doing that, my mortgage payment shot up because I had refinanced it to my maximum amount. To offset that, I took in a roommate. I loved my roommate. He was with me for 2 years. He passed away at my home, which was actually kind of a beautiful thing. He was elderly and had a nice, long, very interesting life. And, his family was there in hospice and no pain. But I don't know why I sidetracked on all that. like I had to take extreme measures to get here. I wasn't just like rolling in the money. Well, I sold, so after my roommate passed away, I sold the big house and I moved into a house that was 1/4 of the size. Like my big house was 2,000 square feet. George lived on the first floor. I lived on the upper floor, and I'm too old to have a roommate. I'm at this point in my life where I don't want a roommate. I loved George and it was fabulous, but I could, you know, he was elderly. I could hear like, well, I called Comcast, you know, like I had one of those voices that just like shot straight through the wall. So I always said, let's get Amy a pair of socks for Christmas. And so I knew I was getting a pair of socks for Christmas. They were free to call those socks. They were very cute. And I loved having them there. But yeah, most people in their 50s would not go, sure, let's remortgage and take in a roommate so I could take this money and build this house.
Yeah, most people would not willingly put themselves in that position because, you know, again, as you know, in the U.S., things are not going very well. There's a lot of people that are being put in that position not because they want to. And that's the difference between you, is that you actually wanted to put yourself in this position because you knew that was the only way to get to that goal, the ultimate goal that you wanted to get to. And so that's that sacrifice, you know, that a lot of people that you don't even know about until someone mentions it to you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, because the same thing as me, and people used to tell me, it's like, man, you sacrificed a lot. And I'm always like, what do you mean? But then when they start breaking it all down, like, oh, I guess I did.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's great though, you know, because at the end of the day, it's like as you sit here in your home, as you're doing this interview, as you're living your day-to-day life, you feel extremely accomplished. You feel extremely proud, you know, and it's a constant thing where you get to toot your own horn if you want to, you know what I mean, and well deserved. But it took a lot of work and it took a lot of effort, you know, to put it all together. That's why when someone asks you, "Hey, Amy, how can I do what you're doing?" You're like, "Oh, sit down. You got like you
got 10 years." Well, thank you for that, Jose. That's very, very kind sentiment. But I do have to say, man, I'm human too. I mean, I don't wake up every single day and go, my life's grand. I'm going to have this plan and it's going to work exactly as so. I mean, there's been twists and turns along the way. But I also believe in like the power of the universe and setting your intentions out there, because I could make that 5-year number and be right on the dot. I could move out here on my birthday in 2025. But I was starting to say, I'm also human. I've had emotional moments of like, what did I just do? Like, I could have just taken all the money I sent down here and put it in my high yield savings account and my Vanguard ETFs and things like that, and just stayed in the US and had my little tiny floating house, which is adorable. I love it. And I could have gone that route. And so sometimes, especially some of these last couple of days with the heat, there are times where I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? But nah, I'm good. I love Merida. This is where my heart is.
Yeah, and look, from experience, and I'm sure you've been here before too, where, you know, let's say you took the easy route and you just sat there in your floating house, you know, with all your money in the bank, you would have been constantly thinking, what if? You know, what if I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have gone. There's no what if with you. In the worst case scenario, it all goes to shit. It's okay. You still got. We can still build you a floating raft, okay, right there under the Portland Bridge, right?
Maybe. You know, here's the thing about what if. I see when I look at I watch YouTube videos, other people I like to follow and stuff, and often I see in the comments somebody saying, or especially on the video, like, I wish I had done it sooner. And that's when my gut, you got to go with your gut. Even if it doesn't make sense, your gut knows. That's when my gut just goes, I don't want that to be me. I don't want to extend it and then go, why didn't I do this sooner? I'm starting to hurt. My joints are getting achy. I have frozen shoulder. This hurts like nobody's business. Like, that's it. That's all I got. But I digress, to quote my friend, Jose. I don't know where I was going with that.
No, you were about to plug in the shirts that I sell on my store. You know, I digress t-shirts.
I know. I'm
just kidding. No, but like you're saying, it's like, you know, we're not getting any younger. It's not getting any easier. Yeah. Back to the sacrifice thing. I'm glad you mentioned your shoulder, because I got a bum foot. You know what I mean? You know, I'm in pain as well. But again,
sorry. ¿Qué? ¿El clima? Gracias. Okay. Para probar.
Lo vamos a instalar.
Oh, sí, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Burrito ahorita o?
No. Tiene que.
Oh,
Aquí.
okay.
Okay, gracias. They're done. I
They're
love
done
you,
with-
I love you, Jose, but I'm gonna cut you off because I want these guys to finish their job.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting down with Amy and having her tell us more about, what's going on with her life, the house. If you want to know more information about her channel, everything she's up to, I'm going to put all the links down below. Destination Retirement, correct?
Yes, Destination Retirement.
And I hope that you guys go and show her some love and go over there, subscribe, and watch some of her videos. And that way you guys get to see exactly what she's really up to. And you get to see the updates on the house as they come along, right? You
Yes.
said next week?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so hopefully by the time you watch this video, the house will be done and you can go straight to her channel and get to see the updates, or you get to see other stuff that she has on the channel. So with all that being said, guys, you have any last words, Amy? Or
No, I just want to do your outro because I love it.
okay, you want to do it? Or you do it for
Well, I
me?
don't know if I have it all down. Please if you enjoy this content, please like, I'm talking about Jose. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. Comments are helpful. Please share. But more importantly, please
Stay awesome.
stay awesome.
Close enough, all right? Okay. No, by the way, it was amazing. It was great, okay? So thank you so much. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Besitos.
watching. And we'll see you guys on the next one, guys.
Adios.
Bye.